What's up, everyone? My name is Melissa. I'm a blogger and social worker. Please be mindful that this information is not to replace any medical plan in place. And don't forget to check me out on melinspires.com. It was unexpected. I was on Facebook, and one of my Facebook friends, shout out to you, Talasia, was talking about what can we do as Black people to start shifting and change. She was basically saying she feels like our generation has what it takes to make a shift, to make some real change. But we were discussing what will it actually take. And, we were going back and forth commenting. And the last line I wrote in my last comment was, it's not about what happens to you. It's about what you believe about yourself as a result of the event that happened to you. Let me say that again. It's not about what happens to you. We all go through stuff. We all been through something. Even Jesus had us die on the cross. So none of us are exempt from pain and suffering. So it's not that. What gets us down and out is what we believe as a result of the event that happened. Perception is everything. While I believe that it's important to learn about our history and to learn about the things we've been through, I think it's just as important to change the narrative. We have to speak about our story and our history, not in a way that we've been victims, not in a way that we've been battered and bruised to the point that we can't overcome. We have to start speaking life into our stories. I said earlier, I'm not oppressed. I live in a structurally oppressed society, but I refuse to speak that I am oppressed. Because if y'all don't know the power of I am, God is I am, and the divinity that's within us. When we speak I am, we're speaking things into existence. So I refuse to say I am broke, I am broken, I am oppressed, I am whatever negative thing, because whatever you say you are, you will continue to be. I am not broke. I might be temporarily financially distressed, but in no way, shape, or form am I going to commit to being broke. Am I going to commit to any negative thing? And until we stop speaking these things into existence and keeping them where they're at, we are going to stay where we are. So I need y'all to start changing the language, start changing the narrative. This is the difference between, if you have two people going through the same exact thing, whether it's, getting fired from a job, whether it's about being a parent or not being able to be a parent, or just your idea of being a man or your idea of being a woman. No matter what it is, like I said, we all go through stuff. It's what we think about that event and what we're going through is what determines whether we're going to be depressed or stay in a low state of mind. So going back to what we were discussing, I was saying that we have to change the narrative because it's constantly in our face to tell Black people that we're inferior, that we are second-class citizens. Even if it's not said directly, it's being programmed through how we're shown in our history books, by how we're shown in the news, by how we're shown in media. Why do you think it is that kids are taught at an early age, 4th grade, 5th grade, we started learning about slavery before we learned about anything else positive? Because they're constantly reminding us, like, this is who you were, this is your history, and this is the mindset that you'll stay in. Everything starts in the mind. Control starts in the mind. Not saying they shouldn't learn about it, but if they're not learning anything positive and they're not learning what came out of it, what are the positive things that came out of it, how resilient it made us as a people, how we found great leaders, how we built great things, and yes, some of them were taken away from us, but we still keep trying, we still keep going. It's not being taught in that narrative. It's not being taught in the light of resiliency. It's being taught in the matter of, this is what happened to y'all, this is all y'all about, and this is what you're continuing to be. You people people are oppressed, you people are living in poverty, you're broken, you're behind, your men are aggressive, your women are inferior and not beautiful. So we're being taught this narrative, and we're teaching it to our kids because we're trying to tell them, oh, you need to know how to live in America, you need to know how to navigate, you need to know how to function in this world. But if we're not teaching them the opposite end, then they're going to internalize it. In the back of their head, they're going to be thinking, okay, I need to know my place. I need to know that this is how I need to act and this is how I need to be, because I am not equal, because I am not capable. And that's where that negative narrative comes from, and it keeps us in an oppressed state of mind. It's the event and what we think about it. If I say, my daughter's learning about slavery and I don't teach her anything else, that's all she knows, and she thinks, well, wow, if we were allowed to be slaves, then maybe we were inferior, or maybe I am this, or maybe I am that, and that becomes a complex. And you don't think that it was structurally designed that way? Think about the last thing you went through in your life that really got you down and out. We all got to go through pain, but I need y'all to remember that pain is only an indication that something needs to change. And if pain is an indication that something needs to change, and we don't have the means or ability, how you doing? Here you go. Thank you. You too. If we don't have the means and ability to change it, then that's when we suffer. Suffering is that feeling of hopelessness and helplessness, that we don't have any means of changement, that we don't have any means of being better people. We don't have any means of getting out of poverty. We don't have any means of being financially stable. We don't have any means of being worthy, good people. That's what suffering is. So the event happens and we go through pain. That's normal. But we make ourselves suffer when we start to think, okay, this person broke up with me, so I must be a piece of shit. I must be a terrible person. Oh, my kid got bad grades, so I must be a terrible mom. Instead of saying, oh, my kid is getting good grades. My kid is getting bad grades, but maybe this is an opportunity for us to change things up. Maybe there's a place here where we can both grow. I realized once I started having the mindset that each moment is a teaching moment, each moment is a growing moment, I stopped focusing more on punishment and started focusing more on how can we grow from this. When you start thinking, and after everything you go through, how can I grow? What can I learn from this? How can I be better? What is the world trying to teach me? What is God trying to teach me? What about this situation can I use to help me be better in the future? That's when you'll stop suffering. It's okay to go through pain. It's okay to feel it and face it. But don't let yourself suffer for too long thinking that everything you go through is a contingency for your self-worth. What does contingency mean? It means that your self-worth is based on the things that happen in your life. The things that you can achieve or can't achieve. Things that you haven't achieved or have the capacity to achieve but you haven't went towards. You shouldn't say, oh, my self-worth is based on, oh, if I do this, then I'll be worthy. If I get with this person, then I'll be worthy. If I get this amount of money, then I'll be worthy. No, you're worthy because you exist. Because your energy is still here. Your spirit is still thriving. Obviously, you're still serving a purpose, which makes you worthy to be existent on this earth, regardless of anything you've done, anything you've been through, and anything you tell yourself. You just got to start challenging those negative beliefs. We have to start challenging those negative beliefs, those narratives that have been ingrained into our brains and down into our spirit and our souls and our organs, and it's eating away at us physically, mentally, and emotionally. And that's the only way we're going to start to change. I mean, I done went off on a rant and I didn't mean to, but it got me going. Like, that's the thing. You can use social media as a platform and engage with people and speak about things that matter, or you could use Facebook as a means of draining yourself about talking about garbage and negativity. It was another thing I said. The people who spit out the most negativity and talk about people the worst and criticize people and judge them the harshest, those same people, I guarantee you, treat themselves 10 times worse. So as a community, as black people, as people in general, we got to start being compassionate with ourselves and being compassionate with other people, because we are worthy, we are capable of loving and being loved, and we can come up, we can make a change. Y'all just got to start speaking it into existence.